As you probably worked out from the title of this video, I'm joining the sport of Hyrox. So stay tuned, we'll discuss what's happening, when I'm doing it, how I'm doing it, who I'm doing it with. Stick around.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I...
Unless you've been living under a rock for the last couple of years, you no doubt heard of the sport of Hyrox. It is a fitness competition that is taking the world by storm. It's very, very popular. It's been growing in popularity, like I say, over the last couple of years. What's involved in a Hyrox? Well, it is 8 exercise stations, which you will see later in this video because I'm going to do a simulation. But before each exercise station, you have to do a 1 kilometer run. So yeah, it's quite a long event, and I am partaking in it. Now, there's different categories, age groups, etc. Now, the category I will be in is the 40 to 49-year-olds. And I'm not doing it on my own, I'm doing it as a double. So if you remember Mark from one of my previous videos, we are doing it together. So we are doing it doubles. We are doing it in 20 weeks from this Saturday. So today is my simulation day. Going to get an idea of where I am, what I need to work on. Mark will obviously be training as well. Now, I've never done a Hyrox before. I have entered 2 Hyroxes, but I've not managed to do them. A while ago I entered one, but I took very ill, so I couldn't do it. And then I was supposed to do another one as a doubles, and my doubles partner, Sarah, damaged her calf the week before, which meant we couldn't do that one. So I've not had much luck in getting in to do the Hyrox, but this time it's going to be different. Going to be smashing it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be doing a little mini series. So every week I'm going to be releasing videos talking about my training, what I've done, why I'm doing what I'm doing. So you're getting an insight into how I developed the training program over these 20 weeks and get updates on how my fitness is going, how my prep's going, all the way up to the actual race day, and we'll be vlogging the whole race. So it's going to be a good time. So if you're interested in the Hyrox, you can follow along, maybe pick up some tips. So I'll be sharing all my exercise insights from my background as a S&C coach. I'll be applying that all. I've designed a program for myself specifically for this, and see how beneficial a good training plan can be. And you'll see from today the level I'm at, which I am going to say is not going to be very good, and you can see the massive improvements over 20 weeks, because I, hand on heart, believe that after 20 weeks of good specific training, I'm going to get a good number. And Mark is very fit. He's done a few Hyroxes already, but he's again ramping up his training. So we've got big goals and we're going to smash it. Now, I have created my own training program, as I mentioned, and this week has been testing week. So I have tested my 10 kilometer time, which I got 51 minutes, which I was fairly happy with, as I've not done any running recently. It's a steady state run, so I'm happy with that. I've done some strength testing as well. And like I say, I'm doing my Hyrox simulation today. So that gives me all the data to start building my program. Now, as I go through week by week, I will explain how my program is put together and why I'm doing what I'm doing at the certain stages that I do them. And that will hopefully give you a better understanding as to the proper structure of a training program. So as I mentioned, this week has been testing week. So I've done, like I said, my 10K, some strength tests as well. But today I'm doing a simulation. So the simulation I'm doing is the full running distance, but reducing the exercises to 50%, because in theory, me and Mark will be splitting it half and half, so I'm only going to need to do half the distance, half the exercise amounts. So that's what I'm doing today as my benchmark test. How do I think it'll go? Not very well. It's going to be my running that lets me down, I think. Judging by my 10K time, which, you know, it's an average 10K time, but coupled with the exercises, it's going to hinder me. So I'm thinking if I get around about an hour, I'm going to be happy. It's the start point. That will come down massively. But I'm thinking round about the 45 minutes for the running and about 15 minutes for the exercise stations. Yeah, I think that the problem with the exercises will be burpees for me, because I'm not very good at burpees, being such a big, lanky beanpole. Not massively fast on them. And wall balls, a bit tentative with my knee, just coming back from injury, but that's just an excuse. I'm just not very good at wall balls either. And lunge walks, again, just from lack of conditioning, I think there will be 3 exercises will be the ones that slow me down. But got to give it a bash, see how we go. It's a line in the sand. I've got 20 weeks to push on, and if it's an hour, fingers crossed, it will come down massively by the time that the event comes. So, wish me luck. Okay, so that's me off now. So just heading out for my first run, and I had a decision to make at this point. So I had to decide whether I was wanting to go all out or hold something back. So I decided to kind of go middle of the road, knowing what I did for my 10k in the week. So I was quite happy, nice steady run, brought myself back in, and I felt reasonably okay heading into the ski erg. Now as I was doing the ski erg, I felt alright and I managed to hold a decent pace. I was quite happy with it, but it was when I came off I realised my fitness levels weren't great. As you can see, I took a bit of a long breath. I had to bend over to catch my breath, and before I started the run I need to take a deep breath in. So yeah, this was the realisation that I'm not in good nick. So heading out into run 2 now. So yeah, like I say, a bit of a shock to the system, but the run was actually surprisingly alright. I did a 5:08 for this run. So yeah, didn't feel too bad, quite happy with that. And then moving on. That run's done. Coming back in, this is where I can start to feel my transitions. I'm getting a little bit gassy now, but knowing I'm going to the sled push, which is a strong exercise for me. So with this sled, I don't really have a problem with that. I'm quite big, so it's easy for me to just hammer through this sled. And yeah, like I smashed the sled in 33 seconds. It was light work. Okay, as I'm going into run 3 now, yeah, I'm gassed, but to be fair, going into this run, when I got moving, I felt actually not too bad, and I managed to knock out a 4:59, which I was happy with, knowing again that going into sled pull, which I'm fairly comfortable with. So coming in from that run, now I'm going to go into sled pull. Again, that's, like I said, it's something I'm comfortable with, I don't really have an issue being larger. I can move the weight fairly comfortably with. I just had to obviously make a couple of adjustments, put the ropes on, throw some weight off. But yeah, once I get this sled moving, it's no dramas whatsoever. I can drag this all day long. Okay, so now going into run 4. Again, a little bit gassed, but felt good when I got moving. And it was a 4:56 run, so I was fairly happy with that. Like in my head, I was only planning on trying to get 5:30 runs. So yeah, so I was pretty chuffed with this, to be honest. It was good. Okay, and now we're on to definitely one of my nemesis, which is burpees. I'm horrific at burpees, but I was pretty pleased. I had 209 for the burpees, so yeah, I can't complain. But these definitely need work. I was gassed after 10 meters each time, so point to work on. Now moving into run 5, this is probably the one that surprised me. I mean, I got a 5:05 for this, and I thought after burpees this would be a real hit to my run speeds, but I mean it wasn't far off what I'd been hitting, so yeah, I was pretty happy with this. Okay, so I'm with the rowing now, and I made a bit of a decision on this one to hold my pace back on it. So I did a 155 row, which is very steady, but I made that decision thinking I don't want to come off this gassed because my running is going quite well. So yeah, so 155. So there's more in the tank on the rower, so that's a good thing. Okay, so going into run 6 now, and my decision on the rower definitely paid off because I hit a 453 on this run, which I was really happy with. And my legs seem to move in all right at this point, so yeah, happy days. So next up we had farmer's carry, and this time I did 53 seconds, yeah, for the 100 metres, which I was fairly happy with. You got to bear in mind that I'm turning every 10 metres here, so it's slowing me down loads. So on the day, I'm assuming that I'll be 30 seconds or something if I don't have as many turns. So happy with that. So heading into my next run, and again I'm still managing to hold pace. So this is run 7, and it was 4:53. So again, that's 37 seconds quicker than I was expecting. So I mean, I was very happy with the run. Yeah. So you're moving on to lunge walks now. So this is where the transitions really start to get me. So the transition before was like 1 minute and 10, and the transition after the lunge walks was 1 minute and 19, minute and 20. The lunge walks themselves were actually not a bad pace at 1:38, so I was quite happy with that. But yeah, my fitness and recovery is massively down. But it's a starting point. Okay, going into this last run now, I was feeling a bit tired at this point in my legs, but I still managed to hold a 5:01, so I was really happy with that. However, the transition was horrific. It was like 90 seconds after it, so I was clearly gassed and my recovery needs work. Now I knew the wall balls were going to be tough, but my God, I did not expect this. My hamstrings were cramping up like nobody's business. So yeah, that needs addressing, but yeah, 3:38 for my wall balls, which is so slow, like pathetic. So definitely going to work on these. They'll be sorted by the day. But all done, and it was pretty horrific. But glad I did it, line in the sand to move on from. So that's given me a grand total of 1 hour and 4 minutes to complete that today. I said about an hour, so I can't grumble at that. The run was 39:39, I wanted 45, so I've done better there. I wanted 15 for the exercise, I did 13:10, so can't grumble at that. It's just the transition's horrific. I was 11.5 minutes in transition. So a wee bit of training, get my recovery better so I can cope with the exercises, transitions, and yeah, I'll be smashing it in no time. Happy, happy days.
Oh, well, that was savage. My fitness is not where it needs to be, but that's a line in the sand, and all I can do is push on from here. I was quite happy with that run, as you would have heard from the talk over during the actual video. But yeah, a lot of work to be done, but I'm happy. It's a starting point. It just shows my fitness is really, really lacking at the minute. The transitions killed me. Exercises were okay. Oh, I said the wall balls, burpees were the worst. Lunges were all right, actually. I was quite surprised. So yeah, so burpees, wall balls need work. My hamstrings, wow. But I say, stick around for the journey. Every week, new videos show my training, how I'm progressing. Don't forget to ring the little bell so you get notifications every time there's a new video come out. Like, comment, subscribe. See you in the next one. And I still will be doing regular videos on top of this one as well. So this is a separate series. Big love.